Hello, viewers, and welcome to the fifth episode of the Java programming series. And today we are going to talk about operators. We are going to know what are operators, we are going to talk about their subdivisions, and we are going to understand where and how do we use operators. So, without wasting any time, let's quickly go through the first subdivision of operators, arithmetic operators. Or even before that, let's do one thing. We are going to understand what are operators. So a basic one-line definition can be that operators are basically functions, Java functions, which are used to relate two or more operands together. So yeah, that's the simple definition, the most simple and apt definition of operators which we can make. And let's quickly start with the first one, arithmetic operators. These are roughly like mathematical operators. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and modular division are the five types of operators which we have under this subdivision of operators, arithmetic operators. Let's open the BlueJ window, and we are having a basic class structure here. We have assigned a value 2 to a variable a, and this is an sopln function, system.out.println function. Now if we come here and we are typing 2 plus 2, we are typing a plus 2, then the value of a is 2 and we are adding 2, so 2 plus 2 mathematically is 4. And in Java also the same thing is going to happen. What we are going to get is a 4. Now if we again come here, and what we are doing is that we are writing a plus 2 minus 3, so 4 minus 3 is equal to 1 mathematically. And in Java also our answer is going to be 1. In the same way, if we are again coming on operators and we are writing here a into, we are going to use the asterisk sign as it denotes multiplication, into 3, so a is having value 2, then we are multiplying it by 3 mathematically. And in Java also we are going to get the answer 6. Now last but not the least, we are going to try division. So let's remove this a and we are writing maybe 33, so 33 divided by 3 is equals to 11, and we are going to get an 11 as our output. Now in division we need to keep one thing in mind, that whenever we are dividing something which is not being completely divided, it's leaving a fractional part, then what happens? So let's say we are having 31 divided by 2. Now it should be 15.5, but in Java you see we get the answer 15. And why does that happen? Because here 31 is in int data type, so it's not going to give us precision in the decimal places, and we are going to get only 15 as our output. We are not going to get 15.5. But if we want 15.5, then what we need to do is we have to write here 31.0, and you see when we do this, then what we get is 15.5. This is something which needs to be kept in mind. And now we move on to the last subcategory of arithmetic operators, that is modular division. So let's take the same values again, and this time the modular sign in between. 31 modulo 2, so if we are dividing 31 by 2 and we are not going into the fractional parts, then what do we get as a remainder? We get 1 as a remainder, and this 1 is going to be displayed if we are using the modular division operator. You see, we are getting 1. In the same way, let's say we are not having 2 here, we are having 3, so again we are going to get a 1, because 31 divided by 3 is going to give us the remainder 1. And with this we complete the first subcategory. We complete all arithmetic operators, simple to understand, and we are going to very soon see the practical applications of all these operators. Now moving on next, assignment operators. A bit tricky, but yet it's very reasonable and possible to understand. So you see here, what is this equal to sign? This equal to sign which helps us put 2 in this variable a. So this is only the first assignment operator, the equal to sign, which is used to assign a value to a variable. This is our assignment operator. And now what we are having here is some complex assignment operators. If you see plus and equals to, so we are combining them together. Fine. In the example you can see m plus equals to 10 is like, you can either say m plus equals to 10, or what is synonymous to it is m is equals to m plus 10. Now if we come here and we write here a is equals to a plus 2, and then we again come here, and what we write is a plus equals to 3. So what is happening is, let's make a comment. What is happening is a is equals to a plus 3. This is what is happening here. So what is the value of a? Now the value of a is 2. So here 2 is being added, and we are adding 3 to 2. What is the answer? The answer is 5. And what is the new value of a? 2 plus 3, it's going to be 5. So we are getting 2 plus 3, which is equivalent to 5. 5. And now if we are going to print this a, then let's see what's going to happen. Printing this a, compiling it, okay, this semicolon is missing, the line terminator, and let's see what's going to happen. And you can see we are getting 5 as our answer, because what is happening is, first we are assigning 2, then we are using this complex assignment operator plus equals to 3, and we are adding 3 to the already existing value of a, which is 2, and here we are printing this updated value of a. But if we print this system.out.println before this updation, then what we are going to see is that the first value of a, which is 2, is going to be printed, and then later 5 is going to be printed. That is the beauty of Java. That's how logical this language is. The same thing happens with minus, multiplication, division, and modular division. So let's say we are doing multiplication, then what happens? A, here we are putting the asterisk sign which denotes multiplication, and you see first it's going to print 2, then it's going to multiply 2 and 3, the already existing value of a, and 3, and it's going to give us 6. So coming here and running the operator, opening the terminal window, you can see the answer is 6 and the previous answer is 2. Now let's try modular division as well. Already it's a new thing, it's something new which we are learning. So what happens in modular division? So for example, you are having 2 here and you are having 3. Let's do one thing. We are not putting it 2, we are going to mention here 23, and we are going to do modular division with 3. So the modular sign is here, and what happens? 23 modulo 3, what is the remainder? The remainder is 2, and we are going to print here. So let's see what the output is, and you can see the output is 2 after doing this modular division, and that is these assignment operators, that is their simple function. Next we are going to talk about unary operators, plus, minus, plus plus, minus minus, and this exclamation mark. So let's do one thing. First we are going to talk about exclamation mark, which is last in the list. So what happens? Let's do one thing, clearing all this mess and simply having one print statement. Okay, now let's put a parenthesis in these parentheses, and we are going to write true. So true is a boolean value, so you can see the color coding has already happened. And now we are going to write another print statement. Let's make another print statement. I'm going to come here, writing a print statement, but this time outside this parenthesis, what we're doing is we're adding this exclamation mark to see what happens. And you need to see this, you need to notice that when we use this exclamation mark, then this true becomes a false. And let's say we are having a false here, and we are also having a false here, then this false in the second case is going to become a true, and that is what is the function of exclamation mark. It flips the value, it flips a boolean value. And this same thing can be done with, like, we are writing here boolean a equals to true. Fine, erasing this, and we are writing here in the parenthesis a, and outside this a we are putting an exclamation mark, and again let's see what the answer is going to come. Okay, so you see the answer is false, and with this we cover this exclamation mark, this logical complement operator. And now let's talk about plus and minus. Now, as the name suggests, what are unary operators? Something which requires only one operand to function. Okay, and let's make it an int a. We are removing this exclamation mark, and let's say that our value is b. And what is b? Now defining b here, int b equals to 3. Okay, so the value of b is 3. 3 is being stored here, but what if we write plus 3? So if we do this, then nothing is going to happen, because 3 is a value, we are assigning an operator to it plus, which is telling us that 3 is a positive value and it is getting printed. But what if I write minus b? Then a minus sign is being assigned, so 3 is becoming minus 3, and system.out.println is going to give me negative 3. See, negative 3 is what we are getting. And with this we complete these plus and minus operator, unary minus and unary plus. Now let's talk about increment and decrement operator in both the cases, prefix and postfix. It sounds complicated, but believe me, it's not it. So removing this intb and coming here and writing 4, and after that 4 we are putting plus plus. So what does this plus plus do? This plus plus is increasing the value of 4 by 1, so it is becoming 5, and what a is storing is 5, and here we are going to get a 5. So let's come here. I think there's some error in the program. Okay, so required variable found value. Yeah, so 4 plus plus cannot be used like this. That's the error what happened. You see, int a is equals to 4, this is going to be true. Now if I am writing a plus plus, now you just notice that what the output is going to come. See, the output is coming 5. Now what is happening in this program? 4 has been stored in a, then a is being incremented by a value 1, and system.out.println is printing the updated value of a, which is 5. And what if we place this plus plus not after but before a? Then also the output is going to be the same. The only difference is that we are incrementing the value first, then we are coming here, and if we are putting this, then the value of a is being taken into consideration first and then it is being incremented. That is the only difference between plus plus a and a plus plus. So if I do this, a is equals to 4, then we are writing a, and then we are writing system.out.println, then you see it's giving an error because nothing is being done with this. It is not a statement. And if we are writing a plus plus, then it is becoming a statement, because plus plus here is working like a unary function, and that is what is the function of plus plus. And in the same way, if I'm putting a double minus, then also you can notice that we are going to get 3 as an answer. And one very interesting thing is that you see minus minus, and we are putting 2 minuses more, and now the value, we just need to see this, that spaces have to be kept into consideration. See, parenthesis is needed. So minus minus, the value is being reduced once and then again, and we are going to get 2 as our answer. Now let's see what's the error here. Okay, so instead of placing minus minus after, maybe we can come here and we can again, we just need to remove these parentheses, because then it is not going to be a statement. Correct. Minus minus can be done again, and we just need to place this line terminator, and now what we are going to get as an answer is 2, because we are subtracting 1 twice, and 4 minus 1 is mathematically equals to 2. Now if we talk about unary operators, we have completed. Now if we come here and we talk about logical operators, then I think there's one confusion, that logical operators are to be delved into later. Let's first talk about relational operators. So relational operators are used to relate two values together, as the name suggests. And how does all this happen? Let's see. So you come here and removing all this and making a boolean statement, boolean a is equals to parenthesis, and within this you write 4 equals to 4, and then you print it, and then you compile it. So you see what is happening. 4 is equals to 4. Here equals to 4 is not a typo, it is a relational operator. and this equals to is going to give us a boolean value. So is 4 equals to 4? If we are asking this, or if we want to interrogate this, then we put a double equal to. And what is the result of this interrogation? Yes, 4 is equals to 4. So our output is true. In boolean values, we are getting true as our output. So boolean A is storing true, and if you are going to print this value which is stored in A, and you come here and you open the terminal window, then you get the answer true. But if we come here again and we say is 4 greater than equal to, so yes, again, so 4 greater than equals to 4 is equals to 4, so again we are going to get our answer true. But if we come here, we remove this equal to sign and we're simply saying 4 is greater than 4. So is this true? No, this is false. So what we are going to get as an output is a false. And we are having all these operators, so less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to, not equal to. Now let's talk about not equal to also. So 4 not equal to, not equals to 4 is equals to 4. So technically, and like if you go by a common sense also, this is something which is false. And if we compile this, we come here and we check the output, then yes, it is false, because 4 is equal to 4 and they are not different values, so obviously not equal to operator is going to give us false. Now coming on this logical operators, and, or, not. So not is something which we already studied in the form of exclamation operator. You see here, not is used to flip the value, or you can see not is used to change the output. And logical operators, one thing needs to be kept in mind is they are only used when we are dealing with booleans. So when we are dealing with 2 boolean values and we want to club those boolean values, or more than 2 boolean values, then we bring into use these logical operators. And how do they function? So let's say we want to club 2 situations. We want to find the combined boolean answer of 2 separate conditions. You see, 4 not equals to 4 is one condition, and let's say we are having one more condition. So we're putting a space, we are putting our parenthesis, and we are writing 3 is greater than 5. So you see, 3 is greater than 5 and 4 is equals to, we want to get the combined boolean answer of this. Independent boolean answers is, this is going to give us a false, this is again going to give us a false. But if we want to club, merge both these conditions, and we want to get one single output for both these boolean conditions, then we are going to use the logical operators here. And you see, AND operator, what is the function of AND operator? So if we are wanting to merge it, we have to put 2 AND signs together, and we are going to compile it. What does an AND operator do? AND operator is only going to give you true when both the conditions are true. So let's do one thing, let's make one condition true and one false. So one is true, one is false, and now see what our answer is going to be. Answer is false till the time both these conditions are going to result into something which is true. We are going to get our boolean value as false. Fine. So if this is false, this first condition is false, but second is true, then the answer is false. Both are false, then obviously it's a false. This one is true and this one is false, then also it's a false. This is the function of AND operator. It does not give you a true until all the conditions which are listed are true, and this you can keep on extending. So if I want, I can put another AND operator and I can write another condition here. Let's say I'm writing 4 equals to 4. So again this condition is true, this is true, but this is not true. So you see, again our answer is going to be a false. All conditions need to be true. That is the function of AND operator. And now the last operator, OR operator. So the OR operator is also used to merge 2 conditions together, but the difference from the AND operator is that even if one condition is true, it is going to give us true. So you see here, the second condition is true, first one is false, and then we are trying to get a combined boolean answer, and we come here and we go on the terminal window and we see we are getting true because 1 is true and 1 is false. Now if we are extending this to 3, so let's say again we are putting an OR operator and we are putting the third condition here. Let's say 4 is equals to 4, and then we are compiling it. Then you see what's happening. It's again giving us true because two conditions are false, one is true. So till the time we are going to get one condition true, it is going to give us a true, and that is how the OR operator works. And now finally our last operator. So that is the exclamation mark, this logical operator, logical complement operator. And you see 4 not equals to 4 is false, it is going to give us false, but the moment we put this exclamation mark here, what is going to happen is that we are going to get true. And if I come here again and what I do here is again an exclamation mark, then what is going to happen is it's going to give me false because we are getting this is giving us a false, then it is complementing it and we are getting true, then again this true is coming here and this is complementing it, we are getting false again. And that is how this exclamation mark, this operator works, this logical NOT operator. And with this we complete all the operators which are used in Java. We also have bitwise operators, but it's something which deserves a dedicated episode, and we are going to deep dive into all these complexities, all these new terminologies very soon. That's all for this video. I hope so that you all enjoyed this video quite a lot, and if yes, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe Technical Zone. Thank you.